to begin by thanking the Wheaton Athletic Department for the opportunity to speak to all of you, and also by extending a huge thank you to all of the coaches, faculty, and staff that have worked so hard to help and support all of us during this difficult time. I wish that we could all be gathered in Emerson Gymnasium to celebrate all of our achievements and the end of the school year, but I am so grateful that the athletics department has still found a way to recognize all of us student athletes. This is just a testament to how amazing and worthwhile the Wheaton athletic experience is. These times that we're currently living in are unprecedented, but so is my history with Wheaton. As some of you may know, I actually transferred to a different school after my first year at Wheaton. Coming to college was a very tough adjustment for me, as it is for many other first years. I was homesick, I had a hard time making friends, and overall I was just not content at Wheaton. It seemed like all my peers instantly connected to the campus and loved being there, and I just didn't feel the same way. So at the end of my first year, I made the difficult decision to transfer to a different school where I would be happier and better suited. Or so I thought. That fall, I learned the hard way that the grass is not always greener on the other side. I missed the things that I took for granted at Wheaton: the supportive and caring faculty, the engaging classes, and most importantly, I missed my cross-country and track and field teammates. I immediately realized I had made a huge mistake transferring from Wheaton, but I thought it was too late to reverse my decision. A few weeks into the fall semester, I had a cross-country meet at UMass Dartmouth. It was not only my first time racing in a different uniform, but also the first time I was racing against my former Wheaton teammates. To be honest, I was way more nervous to see them and my former coaches than I was to even race. Anyone who has ever run a race knows that running is basically just an intense battle between your body and your brain, and that day, my brain won. My nerves overwhelmed me, and I ended up dropping out of the race halfway through. Feeling extremely defeated and anguished, I started walking back to the starting area, tears streaming down my face, when I felt someone grab my shoulder. It was Coach Spence. She asked me if I was okay, and she walked back with me, comforting me and reassuring me along the way. I was not even on her team anymore, and she still treated me with the same concern and care that she treated her own athletes with. It was in this moment that I realized I had to do whatever I could to transfer back to Wheaton. With the help of Coach Spence, I was able to return to Wheaton the next semester. I can confidently say that without her assistance and support, I would not be back at Wheaton. The respect, support, and comfort I received from Coach Spence that day wasn't an exception. It's the standard at Wheaton, and it's part of what makes being an athlete at Wheaton such a memorable and exceptional experience. The athletic staff does not just see us as names on a roster, they treat us like real people. They don't just care about how we perform as athletes, they care about our well-being, and they treat us with kindness and concern. They consistently go the extra mile for us, ensuring that we feel supported and acknowledged every step of the way. Even on my worst days, my coaches always encouraged me and kept me motivated. They never stopped believing in me, even when I didn't believe in myself. And having people like that in your life makes you feel like you can accomplish anything. The amount of consideration and encouragement that we have all received from everyone in the athletics department is unparalleled, and it is why Wheaton athletes not only find success on the field, track, court, or in the pool, but also in academics and other areas. Our coaches and our athletic staff have made us more confident and capable people in every aspect of our life, and they deserve much more recognition than they receive. I must admit, this has been a very strange, scary, and sad time. My heart goes out to not just the seniors whose last seasons were cut short, but to all of the athletes who are missing out on a season of training or competing. We put so much time, effort, and hard work into our respective sports, and no matter what grade you're in, missing out on a season of doing what you love is heartbreaking. Whatever you are feeling right now is valid, and don't let anyone tell you differently. Many people don't understand the sacrifice and the dedication that being a student athlete demands, or the profound impact that playing sports can have on your life. Our sports have given us friendships, outlets for stress, and most importantly, enjoyment. And for all of that to end so suddenly is upsetting. To be quite blunt, this has sucked for everyone, and it is not how anyone envisioned their year ending. I'm a big believer in trying to find the silver lining in unfortunate circumstances, and honestly, I just couldn't find one for this at first. Just like most of you, I was devastated. I grieved the loss of being able to compete in my Wheaton uniform, the loss of showing up to practice every day and seeing my best friends, and the loss of simply being a Wheaton student. However, after eventually coming to a state of acceptance, I realized that the end result isn't important, but the path we take to get there is. We don't always get to win the big game, or set a PR, or reach the big coveted aspirations that we set for ourselves. More often than not, we fall short of our goals, but that doesn't mean that we failed. Nothing can replace the grit and the determination that it took for us to set a goal and diligently work towards it. In the end, we won't remember the games or the meets that we lost, or the times when we didn't run or swim as fast as we should have. We'll remember all the friends we made along the way. We'll remember the days when we felt like giving up on ourselves, but we chose to persevere anyways. We'll remember the times when we found enjoyment in the grind. As Kobe Bryant said, it's not the destination, it's the journey. The journey is what makes us tougher, physically and mentally. The journey is where we develop the resilience, the strength, and the drive to be great. As student athletes, we have experienced all of these. We've set goals, some of which we've achieved, and some of which we've not. But what's most important is how much we've grown along the way. Being a student athlete has made each and every one of us stronger, more confident, more perseverant, and more hardworking in athletics and just in general. We are all here for the love of the game, and the love of the game is what will persist. The coronavirus can cut our seasons short and prevent us from doing what we love, but it cannot diminish the memories and the growth we have experienced during our time at Wheaton. Hold on to these memories, for they will last longer than any win or any PR. I've learned a lot of lessons through being an athlete, but the most important one I've learned is that what goes up must come down. Now, in cross country, this literally means that whenever there's a giant hill, you know there has to be a downhill somewhere. However, I've learned to apply this to other things in life. No matter how hopeless or how difficult circumstances may seem, they will get better, and there's always something to look forward to. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. And the athletes at Wheaton College are some of the toughest people I've ever had the pleasure of knowing. And I know that we will all come out of this stronger. To my fellow seniors, it has been an honor watching you all do amazing things, and I wish every one of you all the best. To the underclassmen, keep up the good work. And if Wheaton doesn't feel like you're home yet, give it some time, don't transfer, and I promise it will. I am so incredibly grateful for my time at Wheaton. I would go back and do it all again if I could. To all of my fellow athletes, keep dreaming big and never stop enjoying the journey. Thank you all, and stay safe.